When Fortnite Season 4 released, players discovered a brand new feature that was mysteriously deleted in just 2 hours. For some reason, you could give henchmen a second chance and add them to your team, but when fans pointed this out, Epic dropped a hidden update removing this. It is one of 30 things secretly changed, and for the first time in history, this battle pass is not the same. Unless you caught a single post on Twitter, you probably didn't know exclusivity is gone, and these outfits will be in the item shop around 2 years from now. It is a long time to wait for anyone who misses it, but it still kind of takes the pressure off rushing to complete the pass. The fact this battle pass isn't exclusive, wasn't advertised anywhere in game, it's crazy. But one of the most game-changing features of Chapter 5 has been deleted from Fortnite. Last season, we were introduced to one of the best consumables we've ever had, Nitro. It was the entire theme, powering POIs, characters, vehicles, but now Nitro canisters have been fully removed and the hoops won't give you the effect anymore. It's just a simple boost. It also looks like Fortnite hasn't told you that the battle pass is now harder than ever to complete. If you're someone who chases after the bonus rewards, you'll know it usually takes you to around level 130 before you get into super style territory. Well, now if you want to unlock the bonus rewards for Season 4, you'll need to gain an extra 20 levels, forcing you to reach level 150. That's before you even touch the super styles, and fans are not happy about this one. Not only that, one of the most unique features, Wastelander challenges, are gone. These are some of the most unique quests we've ever had in Fortnite, forcing us to take on mini games like Floor's Lava, taking damage when standing still, or banning us from healing. It was like playing on insane difficulty, and veteran players kinda loved it, but Epic decided not to keep them around, and they didn't even design new ones for Season 4. The whole feature just went poof. Not everything gets totally wiped from the game. You might have seen the return of Dr. Doom's arcane gauntlets and thought, I know how these work. Well, maybe you don't, because this is not the original version from Chapter 2. Fortnite has combined the mystical bomb and gauntlets into a single item, letting you throw huge orbs at people and fire at them in one go. Except it is nowhere near as powerful as when they were separate items. Not the only Marvel item to be redesigned. The last time we saw Captain America's shield in the game, you weren't able to charge through enemies and walls. While it was cool to get a secret new ability, they also nerfed Cap's strength. Instead of sitting there and eating a ridiculous amount of bullets and hits, the shield will eventually take too much damage and stun you. And while we've seen the removal of Nitro, at least we could turn to a different way of upgrading our cars with attachment mods. Except when you head to a mechanic in Season 4 or check out old POIs like the Nitrodrome, you'll no longer find upgrade boxes. The only thing left standing is the ability to heal or refuel your car. Everything else like weapons and defenses are banned. And you probably forgot how an entire crossover was removed from Fortnite after like 2 weeks. They spent a whole summer teasing the release of Fall Guys, delaying it time and time again, before finally dropping a huge POI on us. It was crazy, and literally turned you into a bean in real time. Players thought it was actually pretty cool, although we probably should have guessed it would never survive an upgrade to a Marvel season. If you didn't get a chance to try out the obstacle course, you also missed the quest for a free backbling and jam track. One POI that refuses to leave is Pandora's Box. It's been on the map all year. Even when we think it's vanished, this manages to show up again near the end of a season, and now it is once again sitting in the desert near Redline Rig. So what's new? Well, for the first time, Pandora's Box isn't using any power. If you watch the Marvel trailer, you can see Doom draining the entire artifact until there's nothing left. This shows up in game, and now Pandora's Box is nothing but an empty crate in the sand. If you try and find Hope's gem tablet from last season, you'll also notice it's missing. I guess the story of this box might finally be over. For most of last season, we spotted a cloaked figure stalking us from a distance. The whole community came together to try and solve their identity, with their only name being the Wanderer. He even appeared in the background of loading screens, and if you got too close to him in game, he would vanish. Eventually, with the mini live event, his identity was finally uncovered as Dr. Doom. He was hiding in plain sight all along, but now this buildup has ended, and the character of the Wanderer no longer exists. Honestly, it's pretty rare that Fortnite answers a mystery that quickly, so I'll take it. Most characters don't just vanish though, like Oscar. It was a pretty fun boss, and there was an insane reward for defeating him, letting you unlock the Mythic Frenzy auto shotgun. Sadly, with the new season, he didn't make the cut, also stopping us from getting that elusive shotty. Except they didn't just delete the mythic version, they have now removed every frenzy for the first time in Chapter 5. At least we knew what that item was, unlike a gun Epic was trolling us with for months. When Wreck came out, the trailer showed a fancy new version of the minigun, powered by Nitro. It looked incredible, and fans were wondering how this would differ from the original, and yet we waited and waited until the final week of the season. The Nitro minigun was still not here, but an update was about to drop. It finally gave us just a normal minigun. Turns out the whole time the Nitro gun never existed. They were using Megalodon's rap in the trailer and we had no idea. After just 1 week, we moved on to the Marvel season and left the minigun behind, making this entire thing a total waste of time. But there was a POI which players have been dropping at since December. At the very start of the chapter, there were so many locations to explore, like Pleasant Piazza. Fans love this place. It was a cute town with a decent amount of loot and plenty of rotation options. Despite surviving a Greek takeover and a huge wasteland invasion, the arrival of Dr. Doom, it was too much for this town, and now Pleasant is gone. It's replaced by the Raft, which, not gonna lie, is a way better POI, you heard me. If only Magneto was in there. Turns out he's nowhere to be found on Season 4's map, and there's a reason for that. He was our entire build up to the Marvel theme, breaking Weapon X out of a bunker, and even getting his own mythic. And yet, despite being the most important character of last season, you can't find this mythic or Magneto's NPC anymore. Instead, you can look at Doom's castle and find Magneto's head on the display. Yeah, all that build up just for him to get decapitated off screen. One of my favorite parts of last season was how much the wasteland felt real. There was so much detail, from the Leviathan to the way Redline Rig was a working engine. You could stand inside and watch the pistons actually move just like a V8. That's until all of its hard work was wasted in the event. Once Season 4 dropped, this entire POI was butchered. Now you'll visit here and find basically no life inside. The pistons don't move anymore and everything has fallen apart. Kinda sad, but I understand after what happened. Now you probably know the Thunderburst SMG was removed from Fortnite. I mean, who cares? We have the dualies now. And yet what I just said isn't entirely true, because for a couple hours, you could still get the Thunder. Thanks to a glitch on day 1, loot drones are dropping this vaulted item from the sky, and it was the only way to get them. Of course, when you have a banned weapon that isn't meant to be here, Epic will notice. Within hours, this was patched up, so if you get to fight Doom or something with this item, consider yourself lucky. At least we had more time to appreciate classy courts. This POI has been around since day 1 of Chapter 5, and honestly, it was one of my favorite drop spots on the map. And yet if you drop here now, you'll be introduced to the Wrath of Doom, with a redesigned version of Classy that still resembles the original, although on the outside, we do have the old sign as a reminder that nothing good lasts forever. Kinda like the most useful NPCs in Fortnite. Epic has secretly removed some of the best characters on the map, like Cerberus, who will duel you and drop a mythic Gatekeeper shotgun. The same goes for the only medic in the whole game, Triage Trooper. If you needed someone who could heal you up, this was your guy. And yet just 5 hours into the Marvel season, fans noticed he wasn't doing his job anymore. I guess he saw superheroes running around and thought they could save lives instead. So instead of fixing the bug, Epic just fired him, deleting him from the map. That's not the only mistake that cost them. One item was never meant to come back. When our first shop of the season appeared, fans noticed a card boost which shouldn't be there. The Chemergy boost was a Season 11 tournament reward for Rocket League and should have been exclusive to that game. Instead, they brought it to Fortnite, and let's just say things turned sour. People were furious, and within 20 hours, Epic realized they had made a horrible mistake. So what'd they do? They deleted it from the store so no one else could get it. For anyone who did manage to pick it up, who knows if they'll get to keep it or not. One thing's for sure, this is never coming back. Neither is Lavish Lair. Honestly, this place was pretty underrated. No one really landed here, so when Doomstat appeared in Season 4, we kind of forgot what was even here in the first place. Well, it was lavish, and considering this is the final season on Chapter 5's map, you are never gonna see this POI again. Although we will probably spot Medmist in the future. This was added in the final week of Wrecked, and while it helped us a little, there were so many ways to heal up, it was kind of pointless. Of course, knowing this, they straight up vaulted these guys a week later. Another one of the best parts of last season was the unexpected Fallout collab. I mean, if you'd have told me that Power Armor was gonna show up out of nowhere, I would have called you crazy. Fans adored this, and not only can you never unlock the Power Armor skin, Fortnite has also deleted the items, like the Tri-Beam Laser Rifle, and of course, Nuka-Cola. If you're a fan of the Underworld, don't worry, it's still there, except some areas like the Temple have been destroyed. I guess any souls trying to get to the Underworld are gonna have to find a different way, because Charon's Crossing has collapsed in on itself. not the only way Doom has changed the map. Honestly, despite being a dictator and supervillain and all that, he takes littering very seriously, not to mention giving out free ice cream. But even though he cares for the environment, I guess he doesn't like eco-energy because his biome was built right on a wind farm. Epic does not like us trolling them. They announced a Catalina skin that was exclusive to Fortnite Mobile, leading most of us to be like, well, we can't get this. Except, players quickly found a way to get her on any platform. By playing certain non-UEFM maps, it would let you complete the challenges and glitch your way to a free outfit. Epic was not having this, and within 24 hours, this exploit was patched. Now, if you want Catalina, the only way to get it is through Fortnite Mobile, which kinda sucks if you have an iPhone, but tough luck. And everyone is banned from getting some of the best items of Chapter 5. Last season, you could eliminate bosses like the Machinist, Megalodon, and Ringmaster Scar for some incredible mythics. Whether it was a combat AR and shotgun, Nitro Fist, or a Boom Bolt, they were some of the most fun boss weapons out there. Although them getting removed, it's not exactly a surprise, unlike their cars. Rec gave us some amazing new vehicle types like the Lockjaw, Behemoth, and a War Bus. We were hoping they would stick around for Season 4, maybe with a new marble design or something, but Epic were like, nah. All of the garages where these cars would have been are now just full of tires and metal instead. Of course, it wasn't just the mythic weapons that got deleted either. The Nitro Fist and Boom Bolts are gone for good. They're only one of many exclusive Season 3 weapons we'll probably never see again, like Nitro Splashes, Conductor Hand Cannons, and the Tow Hook, which, let's be honest, no one really misses. So everything's secretly removed. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.